Hello and welcome to this breaking news on Kivu Connect. My name is Nyanzobe Mwiza. In the U.S., the Arizona Banyamulenge Diaspora Protest over killings in eastern DRC by DRC, Burundi, and Wazalendo. Phoenix, Arizona. Members of the Banyamulenge community living in Arizona, in the U.S., are currently on the streets protesting violence and killings, targeting Banyamulenge civilians in Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, accusing both Congolese, Burundian governments and local militias known as Wazalendo. Protesters the Arizona demonstration, one of several planned and held by the Banyamulenge diaspora in the United States and elsewhere, call for urgent international action to stop killings, protect civilians in South Kivu, and hold accountable those they say are carrying out or enabling attacks against the Banyamulenge people. Diaspora groups have in the past coordinated protests in Phoenix and other U.S. cities to press lawmakers for investigations, humanitarian aid, and political pressure over the DRC governments to stop killing its own population. Human Rights Watch and other monitoring groups have documented rising abuses in South Kivu province, where local militias including Wazalendo and forces allied with the Congolese army in this case, with the Burundian army have allegedly harassed, abducted, and restricted access to services for Banyamulenge civilians across Haut Plateaus of Uvira, Fizi, and Mwenga, and from the Minembwe to Rurambo areas. Human Rights Watch has warned that these patterns are creating serious protection risks for civilians in Uvira and surrounding areas. Separately, Banyamulenge community organizations and coalitions in exile, for example, the Gakondo Coalition and other diaspora groups, have warned of what they describe as an extermination campaign or wide-scale targeted violence in parts of South Kivu, and have appealed to foreign governments and international institutions for intervention and protective measures. Some reporting and advocacy groups allege that elements linked to Burundi have supported operations in eastern DRC that have affected Banyamulenge communities. Protesters in Arizona reiterated long-standing calls from Banyamulenge diaspora groups that the U.S. and international community press for independent investigations into recent attacks, impose serious measures against individuals who incite or coordinate violence, increase humanitarian assistance to displaced people from the region, and support accountable security arrangements that protect civilians rather than deepen ethnic tensions. Past U.S. diaspora actions have asked Congress to hold hearings and to consider specific policy steps to protect vulnerable communities in eastern Congo. The Banyamulenge are part of a larger Congolese and Great Lakes diaspora in the United States that has repeatedly mobilized to draw attention to violence back home. Human rights groups and UN filings have repeatedly flagged the vulnerability of the Banyamulenge and the risk of targeted campaigns of violence tied to divisive political rhetoric and the involvement of various armed actors. Independent monitors describe the situation in eastern DRC as complex. Multiple militias, regional cross-border dynamics, and a fragile state security environment all combine to place civilians at risk. Advocates say that without timely, coordinated international pressure and protection measures, the humanitarian and security situation will deteriorate further, mainly in Haut Plateaus of Minembwe. Protest organizers told the press that they will continue diaspora mobilization, press for meetings with U.S. lawmakers, and urge multilateral bodies to act to stop the violence and killings of the Banyamulenge community.